Alright guys, just wanted to point this little bit out to you guys. Some of you guys that might not go to my homepage and search the videos, you know, go to the channel, click on videos, and there's 600 videos of how to start to finish with no editing. And some guys say that the videos lack content, so I just thought I'd get you guys to go back and look at some of the older stuff. You know, just keep clicking back, and there's project after project that's start to finish. There's one Bondo to paint, and all those Car City videos were real time, live. You know, there's another one, painting gold, how to spray 2K primer. They're all in here, you just gotta dig. So you guys that are looking for the how-to stuff, a lot of that's already up here. Here's how to paint white diamond, that's a tricolor, you know. Some guys have trouble with those. And most of anything that I'm going to tell you on this channel is out of a manual, you know. So I always tell you to refer to whatever product guide that you're using, whether it be Matrix or whoever you're buying your stuff from. And you know, you should always read the tech sheets and the piece sheets. There's always footnotes, and always, really, to be truthfully honest with you, you don't really need to read any of that. All you need to do is find the asterisks and read the footnotes for the asterisks, because that's the stuff you need to know. Here's a Bondo video. And you know, I didn't just talk out of my ass. I grabbed the book and I went to each manufacturer's footnotes, and they specified whether they were base coat, clear coat, or, you know, whether they could go over metal, or whether they could go over a painted surface. All that information's in the book that you guys don't see, you know, in the sales reps manual. So you know, a lot of these videos got good information, and that one was directly right out of the book. So that was a good video. And there's 661 of them, you know, and some of them are just, you know, me bullshitting with you guys, but some of them I did take my time and make them for you, so, you know, you would have the start to finish videos, because a lot of guys edit and splice stuff together, and I don't do that. So and I've actually had handful of guys come here and meet me, you know, and actually probably, I think they learned something, they would tell you, and I hope so. So hopefully I was able to help. I know I helped at least one person in the YouTube garage so far. You know, I've made a difference in how he does his cars and his cycle times, and, you know, I know he got some benefit from it. So I wanted to open this mail I got yesterday, and just, you know, show you guys his videos and how to find them there. So you just go to the channel, click on the channel, and then click on the videos, and then you can get all the way in the back of them there. And there's 660 of them. I think at least 550 of them are how-to videos. So we got some mail here, and it's double packed up really well. It's priority mail. And this is from Greg Porter, and I think I know what it is. He's supposed to send me some money, bundles of money. Oh yeah, smoking guns. So we're gonna have to do some smoking. There's some of those videos too, how-to videos. How I do it. So we're gonna have a little barbecue cook-off thing at the car show, so that'll be cool. So you guys can bring your smokers and no letter. That's unusual from Greg. There's usually a letter in there. But yeah, there's another thing of it. So I got a couple pounds of that stuff. But yeah, bring your smoker to the car show. We're gonna have a little cook-off thing, and of course we'll have plenty of barbecue to eat. I got a sticker too, so that's cool. And I'll put that up in the garage. Some of you guys that send me 2 stickers, I put them on the race car, but the race car is for sale, so if I sell it, you know, the stickers go with it. So I was going to answer some questions, but we didn't go look at the Nova yesterday because we got to doing other stuff. And this morning we're going to go to a swap meet, maybe. I think there's one, imaginary swap meet. I'm taking Andrew for a wild ride.
Well, I did find the swap meet ad.
Yeah?
And it's the second Sunday of every month, but
Yeah.
with it being Leesburg Bike Week this weekend, maybe they're doing it this Sunday too. But this is the last Sunday of the month, not the second.
Oh, well, it might not be this Sunday then.
But with it being at the Harley place and it being a biker thing in Leesburg this weekend, and it gives directions how to get there from Leesburg, it might still be there.
So I'm going to answer a couple of these. And can you pronounce some of these names so I don't butch them up real bad? Like this one here. Because I've never pronounced that one before, so.
MGB Salta.
MBC Salta.
MGB, like the car.
Oh, okay. You said good information. So I wonder if that's like the car. Is he subscribed? Am I subscribed? Yep.
I went in and subscribed you to the new ones that I saw. Also, guys, while he's scrolling through, I have 11 names to add on to the shirt. I wanted to put that order together this weekend, so if anybody else wants their name added, now would be time. Jeremy, I did get your change to change corner to garage. So if you guys want to get added, let me know this weekend, please. Alright, the next one's from Disciples Corner. This one.
Yeah, he's wondering about metal to metal filler. Metal was used, lead filler. Well, a lot of guys like the metal to metal.
Gets hard in the can, though.
Gets hard in the can, you know. That's what I've seen from Andrea selling it. We got the warranty it a lot, so I wouldn't buy gallons. I'd get it in the quart. If you watch the Rick Fix, he's using that on his project. And there's other guys out there that seem to like that stuff. It takes like an MEK hardener. It's not a cream hardener. It's like almost looks yellow. It comes in a little bottle, and it's been around for a long time. I know my dad used to use it on his Model A frames, and it is watertight, just like the the fiberglass filler. Making some good progress on the bug. Yeah, we did pretty good on it yesterday. I'm gonna make another video, but we're gonna take a day off today.
I can answer this one.
Oh, what Z-Grip? What's this?
If it says, this guy tells me he can get Evercoat Z-Grip for 14 plus tax, is that stuff safe base coat, clear coat?
Yes, if it says Metalworks on the can, it's safe for base coat, clear coat.
But I don't know that if he can get a gallon for $14,
yeah,
that's a deal and a half, because I can't even buy it that cheap.
So $14 is a deal for a gallon of
Unless
Z-Grip.
it's a quart or something.
Are you gonna keep that up? Because I'll never get through this if you keep doing
Okay,
that.
I'll just move it.
So anyway, Z-Grip is that's base coat, clear coat safe, and it is in the Metalworks family, and that is good stuff. You can use it. It's not as good as Yellow Bondo. You know, it doesn't spread as nice, but it's not bad. Ram Man 1100, great video. Always learn something every time I watch. Hope you can put the knowledge I'm getting into your vids. Working on my truck. I'm waiting to see that. He's putting new bedside on his truck there. You should watch Pisser's channel. He does a lot of those. He'd be a good channel for you to watch on the rust repair on the Rams. He does a lot of that stuff. And then Cecil's still watching. Thank you, buddy. Cecil 6711. Finn Painter, another good video. Thanks. Good video. Pete 1972. Thanks. Car's looking good, man. Making progress on that. You're gonna have to get busy on the Nova. Next video, you'll have your doors and stuff on. So Lakeside Rancher. Great video, usually, or as usual, Darren. Good luck with the Nova prospect. Hope it's what you need. It's cold in Massachusetts, 52 degrees. Well, it was 100 here yesterday. One, the building, you know, it was in the upper 80s outside, but with no insulation, that metal building heats up. And that Nova looks pretty good. We're gonna go check it out. It's been on Craigslist for a long time, so I had to find it way back in the back of the ads. What's this one here?
Cool as ice too.
Cool as ice too. Good vid. I've used cardboard to mix Bondo on all the time. Never had a problem. And I never had a problem with it either. I used to mix it on all the time. Just people hassled me about it on YouTube, so I stopped using it. You know, but I did notice those things that I pointed out, that sometimes when you mix it, you know, you'll notice where if you get the hardener on the cardboard, it'll stain into the cardboard. And sometimes, you know, I used to take a piece of cardboard and I just keep smoothing it out with Bondo. I think that's what I had, you know, it was a piece of cardboard and I made a Bondo board out of it, but I broke it. But
Clean sheets.
yeah, clean sheets are good too, but if you mix a big batch, you know, it runs off the sides and, you know, messes it up. But yeah, man, cardboard's, you know, it's personal preference. You know, I just got to tell you the proper way to do it when I do those videos, so the haters don't tear me up. So, and then we got Turbo Cobra, good stuff. Always watching you spread Bondo. Looks like it kicked. Yeah, it was a hot day. It kicked on me a little bit on that last spread, and I watched your video. You should use the solder to put that single stage on, and with the single stage, man, you're gonna have to put a lot more coats on. Stay up higher, keep changing it up, and single stage usually takes 3, 4, 5 coats before it'll even, you know, start to cover up. You know, it's more of a dusting technique. And if you need to use the Secola, you know, feel free to put color in it, no problem there. But I'm sure you guys will figure it out. So this is what's this, coffee fish?
Yep.
Yep, looking good. Keep VWs coming. And then we got Ham Bone there. There you go, Ham Bone. Hope you can get something from those videos, buddy. And check out some of those old ones for sure. WTBM 123 Rapture liner. I'm going to have to try that. That stuff's good stuff, man. That's one thing for sure that I think everybody will agree on that's tried it. It's really good, and it's pretty reasonably priced. So you can usually get it on sale if you watch the flyer. Time to Tinker, looking good. Hope you find a good Nova to use. Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna have to either find a car or buy a lot of parts. Let's see the Nova. I know you bought your camera. I didn't go, buddy, but I will take the camera when I go so I can get some pictures of it for sure. And then James Freddy said good luck on the Nova, and it's always good to see James Freddy on here. And check your video out. You're becoming quite the collision guy there, buddy. Jeff used to do the custom stuff, and he's gotten more into the collision field, and that's what I retired from. So I'm liking the collision videos. I like to see the process, and it's really cool to see the way that shop works. It's a lot like the shop that I used to work at, you know, mom and pop, and just the way they do things. A lot of it's the same, so that's always cool. And then what is this, Fireball 02? Yeah. What do you use to remove undercoat or seam sealer? It depends on, you know, what kind it is. Sometimes you got to heat the undercoating up and use putty knife. Seam sealer, I use they make a nice tool with a wire wheel on it. Jeff at Photo Finish uses one a lot. So I think it's called a stripper. What's it called? A stripper wheel. Thing's got the wires on it. That seems to be the best way. Some of the seam sealers you got to be careful with. They're very toxic when you put heat to them.
They have those coarse Scotch-Brite type. They look like a woven like a Scotch-Brite.
Yeah, the Rolox disc like. They make some. 3M has some stripper wheels that'll remove it. There are several ways, but you know, heating it up is probably the last resort as far as for the Volkswagen stuff. I find that, you know, if you get a good scraper, you can scrape that off, get underneath it, and it'll pop right off. even though it's stuck on there real good, it seems to come off, and the paint's pretty decent underneath. And then I'll just wipe the excess down with some thinner, you know. Faster Cat, really hot. He's jealous because it's cold up there where he's at. And check him out. He's doing a Camaro. He was priming his stuff up yesterday. So then we got Greg Porter. Really like the idea of the Rapture liner and the wheel wells. That's what those things are called, wheel wells. And he's excited to see the bomb ready to blast off. I think everybody's excited to see that blast off. So, alright, well that's it on that video. And I'll probably answer the rest of these when I get back. And throw this video up because we'll take the camera with us. And or I can get Hans, maybe if I can get him to wake up for a minute. Upload this while I'm gone, if he can download it to his computer, because he knows how to do that kind of stuff. So, and then we got Sandstack here on this other video, and he says you can emboss sheet metal with a press. I've seen some impressive stuff, and I didn't get to go to that guy's house, but apparently he does some really nice stuff. He's got a CNC. I guess it's like a plasma cutter table, you know. You can type in anything on his computer and make any shape or anything from what he says. So the sky's the limit. And then he rolls and bends it to give it contour. And he's going to be doing some of the trophies for the car show and stuff. And if you guys went to the No-Do bus show, he did the trophies for that. So the guy does some really nice work. I'm going to try to get some signs and stuff and paint them, and maybe put some of that stuff up for sale. I don't know, some car logos, stuff like that. But he can cut anything for us, so if you guys want something, let me know. And Raz Fermetto said both cars are coming along nice, and I miss seeing the Raz Fermetto videos now that his car's painted. He doesn't have any videos. We need another project, man. How about the Chevelle? So WTB 123 said it's looking good. And Rob GWINN, wow, you make it look so easy. 35 years. It wasn't easy in the beginning. I used to have some serious doubts when I first started doing this stuff, you know, about my abilities, and you know, it just comes to you after a while. It's not something that you learn overnight, and it's you know, it's a skill that's learned through mistakes, and you know, working around people that don't make mistakes. And that's the great thing about YouTube. You know, you can watch guys from start to finish with some of the projects, and then you at least get an idea of the process. But I didn't have that luxury, you know. I just got thrown into it. I really I got hired into the body shop and a mom and pop place, and then I went to work at a real shop. And you know, it's just probably Carol. But anyway, you know, it's a learning process, so don't get discouraged if you guys are just getting started out there, you know. I never got fired, but there was a couple times where it was close, you know. So finally, you know, I had a couple old-timers take me under their wing and help me out, and it's the only way I learned. So, and I'd gone to school for 4 years and thought I knew everything. So, you know, that's just how it is when you go to the real world. It's just a different. Rick Fix, good stuff. And Rick, you've seen some good videos from you. The wheels look good on that Porsche you did, and the all metal. I sent somebody over your way to check that out, so that's cool. And your panels are coming out nice. The wrecking yard, good stuff, Darren. Thanks, buddy. And then the wife came in, was watching around 9, and said that, oh, Beetle floor pans. You gotta love a lady that knows the Beetle, you know. So I don't know if Andrew knows what a floor pan is. So, and then we got Death Trap Hot Rods. He's gonna have a Death Trap Hot Rod trophy at the show, and $100 to my winner. So he's picking his own winner. He's got his own trophies handing out, and his own prize, so that's cool. And he's number 9 over there at Blue Roads. So you're gonna go over there and check out Blue Roads, Mr. Blue Roads, and get yourself a number. Oh. And Faster Cat said that the Beetle will probably float now. Greg wants to be, oh yeah, Greg wants to be in my movie, beg my pardon. So he must watch Pug 1 too. I think everybody does, and that's cool. Hopefully Pug doesn't get too crazy with the big fight, and the big goof next door. I'll leave him alone because you know that sucks to have a goof living next to you. And yeah, he gives guys with mustaches a bad name. So, and then we got Hambone. Looking forward to the paint on the Beetle. So am I. Maybe next week. I'm hoping. And then Cecil 6711. I was also wondering why they started short filling the containers. Oh yeah. Yeah, the gallons aren't full anymore, man. You know what they tell you? They say that they fill it by weight. And I didn't know that a gallon had weight. I thought a gallon was a gallon, and you know, it weighed different depending on what liquid was in it. But apparently there's a standard weight for a gallon now that none of us know about, and that's what they're saying. But yeah, so gallon of water, gallon a gallon. There's a standard weight for a gallon. I don't know if that's a shipping thing, which I don't think it is, because a gallon of Everglass weighs more than a gallon of Bondo, so go figure. Slim Jim 119 is coming along, Darren, looking good. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for commenting. It is coming, man. It's a long time, man. You know, you do all that stuff, grind, weld, and nothing happens, and you start putting the Bondo on it, and it looks like a car again, so hopefully the doors fit. Then we got Finn Painter. He must live close to the airport. Yeah, not too far. I'm lucky that plane made it, you know, didn't make it over here. We're probably about 2 miles, maybe, from the small airport. We're not from, you know, it's a little local airport, so you know the traffic slows down at night, so you don't get a lot of stuff. And then new Automotive Man 57, NC Automotive Man 57. Give those eyes a rest. You can tell, man, I burnt myself pretty good, but I'm done welding. So, a lot of welding. That's a lot of welding. Thanks for sharing. MG, that's the MG guy. So, I'm sure this MG guy probably watched Mr. John Twist over at University Motors. I want to try to get him on the shirt, so I'm going to send him an email. You guys check his videos out. He does some really cool stuff. All MGs, but really good on the process, man. Really good guy. So, good videos. How-to videos. So, here we got, what is this? Test 36, is that it? T-E-E-E? T-S-E-E-E at 36? TC's 36?
TC's 36.
I think this is the guys from Jay's Garage, I believe. Thank you for the tech package. Looking forward to watching start to finish and answering the questions. So, you know, I think he likes the way I answer the questions, and I sent him a tech book. He's got some cool projects he's doing. Check him out. TC's 36. That's TSEEE 36. He's got some cool old rides, looking really good, and he's rebuilding a 350 Chevy motor over there, and just all kinds of cool stuff. So, check him out.
It's 3 E's and then S on the end before the 36.
Okay, 3 E's. Let me repeat this one more time. TSEES 36. So don't butch that up too much more there. And I can't even start to pronounce this. He just said he enjoyed listening to me. So good. I'm glad, because some people hate listening to me. So thanks for the vids. Good stuff. Wrecking Yard. And let me see, this one got flagged. Nova would look good on camera, green or orange. I'm thinking red, man.
Red's awful.
I like red.
What was the one you couldn't pronounce?
Right here.
It's Probably something like Oni Chanranku or something to that effect. But your son could probably pronounce that.
Okay, this might be one of my friends in Japan that's watching, and thank you. So, and then we got Greg Porter here. Nice work there, Darren. I get you pop the headphones on and listen to me at work. Be careful now. You know, there might be a new sheriff over there where you're working. They might not allow that headphones at work stuff. And then Hambone, he's watching again, and he said he appreciated the help with the materials, and no problem, man. And then NC Automan 57, thanks for the video. I'm enjoying the question and answering time. Take care, Rich. And then we got, yeah, man. Does Matrix offer touch-up pens? Yes, I'll get some of those touch-up pens, and I'll do a video on this for you. And I'll try to pronounce your name better next time, because, yeah, I'm not even going to try this time. So, and then Tom likes the questions and answer videos, and Tom's Wonderful World, it's a good buddy of mine, came and stayed at my house, and you know, worked with me here and did some stuff, and we went to the car lot and we painted some stuff, and you know, he got to experience it and smell it and touch it, and I think he'd tell you that he had a good time, and everybody that comes here sort of has a good time, try to anyway. And then Slow SRT here, this comment has been flagged as spam by the crap people. I think the spam people is just because I can't spell, you know. I don't know. Can you really spam something? I haven't figured that one out. But it's always good to see Matt, you know. He doesn't comment much anymore, and we don't talk as much as we used to, but, you know, hopefully everything will work out. So here we go, WTB 123 for welding. I have a friend that hates welding helmets, so he just takes the lens out. Yep, I actually had a friend that had glasses made with welding lenses in them, and biker dude, and he'd wear those sunglasses, but you still get all burnt, you know, like I did, and when you do a big job like that. And then Pete 1972, thanks Darren, sometimes work nights, so I get to see different, able to catch your videos as they upload, usually sometime in the early hours in the morning over here. So you guys got different time schedules, so that's why I try to, I have to figure out how to enable the videos for guys with mobile devices to watch, because you got to do something special for that. And then Southwest Customs, coffee tastes a lot better with some Brady in it. And then Slow SRT said, ooh. I have to agree. That's not good, buddy. That was a bad choice of words there. But I'm surprised you didn't get more grief over that. And then Rob GW GWN. Thanks VW, your vids are great and very helpful. I took a paint and body course in Dallas a long time ago, but didn't learn much, but body work and frame straightening back then. I flipped a lot of Camaros, so I will use Mako a lot. Interesting that you add chems to the primer. So I don't know what he's talking about in the primer there. The only thing I really put in the primer is either the hardener or the reducer. Sometimes if you're in a hurry you can't accelerate it. But most all primers, if you read the tech sheet, you know you can reduce it up to 10% or really up to what you want, and you'll still get pretty much the same build. The problem with using a real big tip, you know, and hammering the primer on is it will crack, you know, because what happens is you get so much volume of primer on at one time that it skims on the top and can't through dry, and that's when you get the solvent trapping and the cracking and all that stuff. So you have to be very careful, and you know, it's always better with primer to put it on smooth, you know, and put on more coats and let it dry and flash off in between coats. And you can tell when it flashes, you know, the wet look goes away from it and it gets satiny looking. And I've had some real bad experience with hammering the primer on. That's how I got started with the whole matrix thing, and maybe I'll get into that story another time. But I hammered my personal car. I got the most high build stuff they had, and I hammered that stuff on with a big old tip. And you know, Andrea was pregnant with Holly, and one thing led to another, and it was my race car. And I left the car in the garage, you know, for about a month. And I mean, I didn't go in the garage for about a month. I came back a month later. I invited a friend over for a barbecue. We were going to block the car and paint it. And we went out in the garage and it was cracked like the desert. So, gotta be real careful with that. And that was my lesson. I had to have the car media blasted. And I used Matrix Primer on that. And I ended up going to Matrix bitching about it, and they straightened me out, and I ended up buying a Matrix dealership. So either the guy was a real good salesman, or you know, he had some really good points. And he had some really good points. I've only seen that problem a couple other times since then, and we've been able to identify the problem because I had the same problem. And once you point it out and look at the equipment, you know, you can it goes right back to too much build and not enough, you know, letting the solvents escape. And I'll let you know that it does happen more prevalently in the cold months, because you'll get the top skimming over and it does not through dry. So you know, you want to make sure that you can dry it, get the temperature right, where you can get the primer to through dry, and look at the temperature on the tech sheet. And most products are sprayed at 77 degrees, you know, if you read the tech sheet, which, you know, in the real world we never spray at that. So another little out for them to use, you know. So Time for Tinker likes the way I'm doing the videos. Thanks, sir. And then if you're having trouble viewing the comments, make text larger. I got glasses on here. I'm going to try that, though. I get Hans to adjust my text. And Bad Busher, love it. It's my YouTube classroom. I like the facts that can ask questions and someone can answer them. And that's what it's all about, man. You know, and hopefully, you know, you're getting something from it. And like I said, usually when I answer the questions, it's for the products that I'm using. So I always tell you to refer to your tech sheets and stuff for the products that you use, and always look at the temperatures at what they recommend, your flash times and stuff, and you have to adjust accordingly if you're spraying in colder temperature or hotter. So I like the Q&A. Thanks for posting. Going to post my second video tomorrow. That's Fireball 102 or 02. I'll have to check that out. I'm sure I watched the first one. Cecil 6711. I'm going to have to start keeping notes with all the good information. Thanks, buddy. And then Gasser's Glass. Oh yeah. What camcorder do you use? I use a Sony Handycam HD, and record in 780p. It is a HD camera, but when you record in HD, it affects your upload times quite a bit. So I find that 780 is about the best for uploading videos, and you get pretty good video quality there. So hopefully that answers that. And then what's this one here? This is a new one, Ziggy something.
Ziggy Hoghead.
Ziggy Hoghead. Very nice vid. Thanks, sir. And Gasser's Glass again. Good vid, always, but really great to answer your questions. Far less distracting when you're in the shop. Hey BW Darren, what show or final wax do you like best? I like the Meguiar's paste for my personal car, and usually I use the 3M stuff on customer stuff, but I do use the Carnauba paste wax in the can. It seems to be the best. You can only use that though after it's been painted for a while, because that wax will not breathe. You know, it seals that paint off, and if you put it on too soon, it'll trap the solvents, and again it'll wrinkle and cause you paint issues. So you always want to wait 30 days, you know, to wax your car. That's 3M products are made where the paint can breathe, and that's very important that you don't do the final wax until you know that the solvents have plenty of time to escape. So then we had another comment that was withheld from the author, so I can't read that one, and I think we'll cut it off there because it's getting really long. So I might have 2 more videos to answer questions on. I'll do that tonight. I'm sorry I got behind, but and then dog fart. And then somebody was commenting about the blocks. Be careful sanding by hand, and that is true. You know, sometimes I do stuff. I've been doing it for a while, and I get these big fat pudgy hands, so they're almost like blocks. But like I said in that video, I had to go to a block. And I use this block. You know, it's sort of you know, not rigid. It's foamy, and I like that one. And I like the skidded pad, you know, that's pretty good too to wrap the paper around. But you know, like I was saying, most of the blocking's done when you're doing the Bondo work. I try to get the car pretty straight. I do my Bondo work a little different than a lot of guys. You know, when I repair the Bondo area, there won't be metal here and there. You know, I try to make it all Bondo. And some guys do use the spot putty. I haven't been using it a lot since I switched to the Matrix Bondo. It doesn't seem to pinhole a whole lot, but when I was doing body work at the body shop, they made us skim coat it with the glazing putty. They wanted us to use that, and we would glaze the panel, and if you sent it to paint without it, they would refuse the car. But we would glaze it and then 320 that glaze, and we use the glaze as a block. So you know, you basically do your mud work and you spread that glaze on there, and you can block that glaze. And you know, if you're not going through and it's all one even coat, it's like putting a coat of primer on there. So that's how we did it in the production shop. You know, I think they used the glaze rather than the feather fill because you know, the body men aren't allowed to prime. So you know, the painters prime it, and when the painters get it, they want to be able to prime the car and not worrying about pinholes and all that good stuff. So they want the body man to get it as complete as possible before it goes to the paint process. So you know, they took the primer gun out of the body man's hands years ago in most shops for overspray issues and stuff like that, and you can't prime out of the booth now, and you know, all the EPA restrictions and what have you. But so now I will tell you one horror story about that feather fill. And it wasn't Featherfill brand. Andrew can tell you this story because we worked together at this shop. We were using Sikkens, and Sikkens had some, what was that stuff called? I forget. It was sprayable polyester is what it was called. And it was a hailstorm came through this town, and it hammered every car lot, you know. And we did a Honda store. And we were putting fenders, doors, you know, quarter panels, deck lids. And of course back then, I don't know why we didn't put roof skins on, but the body men were taking the car and they would 150 the roof, and they'd bring the cars back to us, and we were hammering that feather fill on the top, and then the body men would block that with 150, and then we'd prime it and paint it. And we probably did 1,000 cars like that from the Honda dealership, you know, and they all came back. So I quit. You know, I don't know how they dealt with it. You know, it all happened in a day too. The cars were gone for quite a while, but they're brand new cars, you know, of course. And they had to disclose the hail damage, but you know, it was about 6 months, I guess, after we did the jobs. I don't know if it's just the heat here, or you know, being that it was a roof panel, or what the situation was, but I mean, they were cracked like the desert, buddy. And I remember they'd fired the manager that I really liked working for, and they hired a guy that I had worked for previously, and he didn't pay me. He stiffed me when he closed his shop, and I didn't like working for him anyway. So when he drove that car back there with the cracks in it, you know, he wanted to know what we were going to do about it, and I told him we were going to pack our tools up and head down the road, and you know, let me know how it worked out for him. So that was my experience with using that on a big scale, and not good. So I also had a big problem with the epoxy primer. You know, that's another story that I've told in the past. You know, we used to work at a high volume shop, 14, 15 cars a day, and I had like 34 cars to go bad with epoxy primer. when they changed the chromates out of it. When they changed it from the old good stuff, you know, that you used to let sit for 30 minutes in the cup, and then they had the fast stuff. I think it was the 401 and the 402 hardener, and they sort of changed the product and didn't tell anybody, and had that blow up, and we used it on every car, you know, shop I worked at. Used to make us DP it and then prime it, and that stuff came out in big bubbles, and you pop the bubbles and that brown hardener would be in it. So that's why I personally use the etch primer and follow the instructions, because I've been in those situations before where the reps come in and go, well, what'd you do? And you always want to be able to say exactly what was in the manual, you know, because I wasn't the only painter at that shop. So I mean, they fixed like 60, 70 cars, and that gets pretty expensive to redo 70 cars, you know, and base coat, clear coat. And the same with that roof deal. That was a Sickens deal, and we had all kinds of issues at our shop because we had 2 locations. One shop had a bake booth and we didn't, and we had all the issues with the shop that didn't have the booth, the bake stuff. So when you air dry, you know, you got to be careful stacking. You got to be careful that the product through dries. The other guys, you know, that were able to dry the product, pop it in the booth and bake it, you know, they weren't having the same issues. And they didn't do the hail cars either like we did. So, but I used it on that Shark, and I got that puck sitting out there, and the puck hasn't failed yet. And I'm going to spray it on this Beetle. I'm going to go ahead and polyester prime the body work when I get done, and then I'll go to the 2K after that and give that a block, and that should lock everything down. Like I said, I like the way this the feather fill seems to work. So it depends on the brand, and I want to say that, you know, that was something new for Sickens at the time, and they were probably abusing it a little bit, you know, trying to get through the volume of cars that we had to do. And I don't know if you guys lived in Orlando at the time when the hailstorm came through here in '92, but you couldn't buy a gallon of Bondo if you wanted to in this town. That's there was so many shops that were flooded with cars, it wasn't funny. So alright, I'm going to shut this off because I'm babbling, and people hate the long videos, and you know, they're filled with nothing. So, and we got like 3 more videos to answer, so I'll do that later today so I don't bore the death out of you. And we're gonna go to this car show, check it out. Probably won't even be a car show. We're gonna drive all the way over there for nothing. But yeah, 42-minute video. That's nice and long. That should aggravate a few people. And you guys have a great day.